Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, listen carefully. Artificial intelligence is developing rapidly. Pay attention, otherwise you'll miss progress. The same progress that allowed me to win these trades. We bring you a completely new machine learning indicator that has rocketed to the top of the trending page in less than a week, received an Editor's Choice Award, and has over 2,000 plus likes and favorites. This indicator is a breakthrough in bridging the gap between machine learning and traditional technical analysis. The color of none of these signals has been changed and the indicator is completely free. Go to Tradingview. Firstly, open to the gold chart and 15-minute time frame. Click on the Indicators tab and find Supertrend AI Clustering. Click on it by FxAccurateUS. The developers have completely redesigned the Supertrend indicator using a machine learning technique called A.I Clustering. Compared to the traditional Supertrend indicator, we can see how much better it is at finding trends and capturing those trends. This indicator uses artificial intelligence to determine how likely the market is to change direction. These numbers determine the probability of the trade being correct. A simple way to think about how this works is that the higher the price at the entry point, the greater the probability. The indicator is looking at past price and identifying price patterns, rate of change, anomalies, along with other factors in price, then assigning a vote to each, grouping them, and then based on how similar the current movement is and deciding how likely it is that price will do the same thing again. Exactly how the algorithm works is documented on Tradingview. However, regardless of if you understand how it works, as you can see, these entries are very good. If we go into the settings here, we have a number of options relating to fine-tuning of the indicator. The first thing we want to do here is reduce the max historical bars to 5,000. This option controls how much past data is used in its calculations. Typically, the more data is the better. However, the more data used, the longer it will take for it to load on the chart. So we will reduce it to improve the performance, but to compensate, we will increase the iteration step above it, which essentially controls the filtering of signals. This option controls the number of cycles the indicator will use to determine the quality of the signals and ensure that the calculations are correct, so higher values are better. Let's increase this to 1,500. Next, I want you to go up to the factor range and we want to increase this max range from 5 to 8. The larger the distance between these two values, the longer term trend the indicator will try to identify, and the closer the values, the shorter the trend. Finally, disable the dashboard and we're done. Now, as you can see, the indicator does a much better job at identifying more medium-term trends. These bands that trail positions are similar to the Supertrend indicator bands. You can think of them as a trailing stop-loss. Also, typically the closer they are, the more likely price is to trend in the intended direction. You will also notice that there is a color gradient on each candle. The brighter the color, the stronger the trend. Let's say we get the signal here with a voting value of 4, meaning there is a stronger chance compared to a value of 1 that price is going to go in this direction. Then if we wait for the gradient to also shift tone, we can see how that would have been a great entry point. While this indicator is very much powerful on its own, there is also an extension for this indicator in an oscillator format that even further improves your analysis. Go back to the Indicators tab and search Supertrend AI Clustering and add the oscillator by FxAccurateUS. This oscillator is specifically designed to work alongside its overlays counterpart to further help in timing trades. It even has the same settings as the overlays. But for the oscillator, we will keep all settings on default. And by keeping the settings on default, this also means that the oscillator will have a higher data range to work within the overlays, further compensating for the reduction we made earlier. Now I am going to show you how exactly I utilize these indicators to get the absolute best trading setup. All the trades I showed at the beginning of this video, I caught using this system, and also the trades I am showing now. But before we do so, don't forget to like and subscribe to not miss future videos, as we have quite a number of projects that are planned and are being tested. Now, as promised, here is the strategy. How the oscillator works is that when the bands are above the zero line and there is none below the line, this indicates a strong bullish trend. and when the bands are below the line, it indicates a strong bearish trend. There are scenarios, however, where price is in a strong trend and a band will appear on the opposing side. When this happens, it is an indication that you might experience a slight retracement, but the trend is still strong. Let's go to the 1-hour time frame. What we want to do is wait for a signal with a probability value of more than 2 and then wait for a confirmation using the oscillator. By waiting for one of these dots to appear, then we will take an entry with stops below the current or previous candle low or high and target a 1.5 risk to reward ratio. Here is another example of a buy setup. We get a signal from the overlays with a value of 5, and here we can see that we get a confirmation on the oscillator. So we execute the trade with stops below the candle and target a 1.5 risk to reward ratio. Won this trade, and I hope you have understood this trading strategy. If not, no problem, go through some trade examples on paper trading and you will definitely understand. The opposite is true in sell positions. Due to the fact that we are setting stops below or above candle lows, we can disable the trailing stops in the Styles tab since they are not being used. This strategy is a set and forget strategy, meaning once you find an entry and you execute, there is no need to adjust based on the preceding changes of the overlays or oscillator. If you are in a position and an opposing signal appears, do not exit your trade. We are holding our position until we hit either take profit or stop loss. As with any strategy, you can't win them all. So in the event you take an entry and it's a losing trade and then there happens to be another signal, you can take another attempt, but I would not recommend doing more than 2 trades per overlay setup. A little bit of patience with practice is surely going to make this best scalping strategy. Use this strategy and make sure to share it with your friend whom you want to be successful with. We bring these amazing indicator and strategy videos for completely free so you can learn something new and make your trading journey successful. Make sure to subscribe the channel so you receive daily updates from us. Who knows which strategy can change your life forever, so make sure to subscribe. Hope you learned something new this video. Happy trading, thanks for watching our video.